Generally, we've seen that it becomes difficult for children to understand the concept of fractions. Even as teachers, we find it complicating to explain to them. But sometimes when a child asks for a piece of bread, he or she is already using fractions to fulfill their own needs. So starting from there, in today's class, we're going to see how we can develop and simplify this complicated concept of fractions.
Look at the slate, children. I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you?
Yes.
Really? Okay, some of you have seen it. Those who haven't, please look carefully now. What should we call the slate? A whole slate, isn't it? What should we call it? A whole slate. Now, I have placed one piece of this on the slate, and again, one more piece like this, okay? Now, do you think the whole slate has been covered?
Yes.
Isn't it? The whole thing has been covered, right?
Yes.
The slate is fully covered. Now I'm placing these two pieces one over the other. What do they look like? Are they the same?
Yes.
Okay then, what would you call this?
Half.
Half, that's right. Now we will place the slate over here. What is this?
A slate.
Right, and what kind of slate? What should we call it?
A whole slate.
A whole slate. I will write it down here, okay? Whole slate. And on this slate, these two pieces could fit in. So what do we call these two pieces?
Half.
Half. I will place one half on the board, okay? Now, if I take this piece, then is it equal to half of the slate? Is this piece half of the slate?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Does everybody think so?
Yes.
Kantilal, do you think this piece is half?
Yes.
Yes?
Mm.
Why do you think that this is half of the slate? Who will tell me?
I.
You'll tell me?
Yes.
Okay, tell me how.
This piece, if you place it in that corner, then it will fit.
Is it? Why don't you come and show me how it's done?
Okay.
Should I place it like this?
Yes.
Good. And then if I place a similar piece like this, will it fit in over here?
Yes.
Am I right? Then what should we call this piece?
Half.
Correct? Sure?
Yes.
Then should I place it here as well?
Yes. Yes.
Now I will place this piece too over here. This is how we placed it, right? Over the slate?
Yes.
Then what do we call this piece? One half. And what about this one?
One
half. Now I will write it over here.
Okay.
One half. And this one is also half. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Now will you tell me, are both these pieces the same?
No. No.
No?
No. 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 Yes. Yes.
Who said yes? She said yes. Okay. Can you show us how both are same? Yes? Come forward. Now pay attention and let's see what she's going to do. What are you going to say? Let me see. What do we need to do?
You can cut this part and put it over here.
What was that once again?
You can cut this part and put it over here.
Now if you cut this and put this here, what would happen?
It will become like this.
It will become just like this.
Yes.
Are you sure? So I hope you've all understood what she said.
Yes.
What did she say? Who's going to tell me? You had said no sometime back, right? Okay, now let's see what you've understood. Here, take both the pieces. Show everybody.
Okay.
Everybody should understand. Watch carefully what she's doing, huh?
If you cut it from here, you can put this here.
Okay, and what would happen if you put that piece there?
This will also become like that.
And then what do we call these two pieces?
Same.
Does that mean they're equal?
Yes.
Are these two pieces of the same size?
Yes.
Sometimes children go more with their perception than follow the logical path towards understanding. They do agree that two halves would make up one whole slate. But they will not readily agree that a triangular half piece and a rectangular half piece can actually be of the same size. They're unable to see the difference between two independent attributes like shape and size. They get mixed up with these two independent attributes and thus arrive at an illogical answer.